Well, guys, I officially have the most shocking news of the day for you. That's right. A real shocker here. Roman Reigns has signed a new contract with WWE. Wrestling Observer is reporting that WWE locked Reigns into a new contract. There was no timetable as to if it's a 2-year deal, a 3-year deal, 10-year deal. No indication of that, but the report does indicate that Reigns will be working less dates. So, be that as it may. Look, I think this is an obvious story. I mean, Roman Reigns is a big part of WWE. Clearly, obviously, Reigns threw a bit of a little curveball in a promo on a house show over the weekend, saying hey, he's got to handle his business, and it may be the last time that he's in Trenton, New Jersey, I believe is where he was. So some speculation at that point as to whether or not Reigns will be back or how long he's going to be back for, whatever. I didn't take it that way. Roman Reigns is going to be a part of the WWE for quite some time. I think he still has a lot left to do on this current run. So he's it. The re-signing of him, not a surprise. Hollywood's coming. You got to assume, the bright lights of Hollywood are going to entice Roman Reigns at some point, and maybe sooner than later. Maybe while he's currently under contract with WWE. You never know. It's going to be something that WWE has to compete with. Maybe Reigns becomes more of a part-time guy because of that. But I really think WWE still, his, oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but his yard, so to speak. And, so just no surprise there that he's re-signed. In other news, Mia Yim, who returned to Impact Wrestling over the weekend at the Under Siege event, is only on a short-term deal with Impact Wrestling. Fightful reporting that she's under a 6-month agreement that will take her through the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, and then that she's out of contract. The report says that both sides would be potentially interested in doing something more long-term after this 6-month agreement expires, but at this point, she's just in through Bound for Glory. Also, did anybody catch the Money in the Bank promo that aired during WrestleMania Backlash? Some strange verbiage in that promo. It aired last night during the pay-per-view event. Cody Rhodes is the lead, talking about the event that's going to be in Allegiant Stadium on July 2nd, a big stadium show for WWE. But the words that Rhodes used to describe the stakes on the line was the winner, one woman, one man, will win the opportunity to main event WrestleMania. Interesting. What do you guys think that means? Let me know in the comments. Let's get this debate going. Maybe it's a pivot on just on the concept of Money in the Bank. It's been a bit of a cold concept recently. Big E kind of brought some, prestige back to the briefcase that was almost totally lost with what they pulled, with Otis and The Miz and all that jazz. That was what it was. It was for that time. But I think, the concept needed a little bit of a refresh. I don't know how this will work, or I can't imagine Cody went off script and said the wrong thing, but it'll be a fun little nugget to digest. What do you guys think it means? Let me know. Rapid fire topics here. Charlotte Flair taking some time off. The injury angle last night at WrestleMania Backlash with a broken arm. So a way to write her off TV, right? She has an upcoming wedding with Andrade, so this time was approved per the Wrestling Observer and Fightful, and it's been in the works for quite some time. Not so great news for Tony Khan and AEW. A viewership low for AEW Rampage by a very wide margin. 232,000. Let me say that again. 232,000 viewers for Rampage last Friday. It was totally new time slot. It was early in the evening. So you had to think that they're going to have some issues there. But 232,000 is a considerable drop from where they usually are. So I think Tony Khan's going to get on the phone and say, hey, don't put me on at that time anymore. And last but not least for the day, guys, Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood will kick off the men's Owen Hart Foundation tournament this week on AEW Dynamite. Should be one heck of a match, but that was officially announced today by AEW. I'm PWTorch Assistant Editor Zack Heydorn. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, tell a friend about the YouTube channel. We got some cool stuff happening on a regular basis here. So appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys next time.